about that. Hey, let's get into the word this morning. This morning it's about Deborah out of the book of Judges and Michelle Obama. You already know the text, the talk, the takeaway. Here is Judges 4 and 8. Judges 4 and 8. Barak said to her, "If you go with me, I will go. But if you don't go with me, I won't go." Deborah, who's a prophetess in the book of Judges, who is now ruling Israel. Their backs are against the wall. The harvest is down and things are going all bad. And she is ruling Israel. She reaches out to the joint chiefs of staff, if you will, of that day, Barak, B-A-R-A-K, and says to him, "Look, we got to go to battle." And he responds, "Awesome. If you go, now I'll go. But Deborah, if you don't go, I'm not going." If you read the book, if you read Michelle's book, now I didn't read it, First Lady read it, but if you read Barak's book, I'm reading that now, it's clear that there was an exchange between them, just like this in Scripture. That his whole thing was, you know what, I ran for state legislator, I ran for the U.S. Senate. And in every one of those cases, every one of those situations, Michelle was with me, but kind of reluctantly. Now, here comes the presidency. And his response is very similar, almost a quote out of Scripture. Now, Michelle, if you go, I'll go. But if you don't want to go, I won't go. And Michelle stood behind him. There are three things I want you to get out of this. There are three things that I want you to get with respect to looking at Michelle and Deborah's life. Ladies, how do you make application to your own? The first thing is this. Here's the talk. Women are equal partners. Women are equal partners. I don't know where we get this whole subservient doormat kind of approach to relationship, and we think that Scripture teaches that. That's not what Scripture teaches at all. It doesn't teach that at all. There are equal partners. Deborah picked Barak to go defeat the enemies of Israel. Michelle, and if you read that story, Barak got picked. He got picked because he was different. And he got picked. And you can argue, if he didn't have Michelle, he would have never become president. You can make that argument, and you would win, I believe. So what am I saying? Women, you are equal partners. You're equal partners. You help lift the brother up. You help move the brother forward. If we don't have you, we can't make it. Second thing is this. Women have equal knowledge. Women have equal knowledge. Now, Deborah is clear. She's the prophetess. She hears from God, and Barak does not disdain that, diminish that, minimize it. No, he doesn't. He says, you hear from God. And because you hear from God, I'm going if you say go. But if you don't say go, I'm not going. Why? Because I know you have equal knowledge of the things of God. When you look at Michelle and Barak, Ivy League graduates. Ivy League graduates, both of them. Michelle, no lightweight was she and is she. Everybody knows that woman is heavy. Why? Because equal knowledge. Don't ever make the mistake, brothers, don't ever make the mistake that your woman doesn't have equal knowledge to you. She has equal knowledge. She has an equal partnership. Here's the third thing. Women are tough-minded. They are tough-minded. Can you find a more tough-minded person than Michelle Obama, who had to deal with the things that she dealt with and continues to deal with? When they ran for presidency the first time and the second, of course, they won both. But when they ran the first, they called her, one person called her a gorilla. Can you imagine that? A gorilla. Now, that same woman has been caught, she's been caught with welfare, fraudulent things, and has been put in jail. But she did call Michelle Obama, and they had all kinds of posters. We know this as African Americans, of pushback about our color, our physique, all of that. But Michelle was tough-minded. Deborah was tough-minded as well. How do you lead a nation That hierarchical structure up to then has always been about men. How do you lead a nation? You're a woman, and the whole ethos, the culture of the country is men lead. It's everywhere. She had to be tough-minded. Ladies, you're tough-minded. You're tough-minded. And we see this in the lives of both Michele and Deborah. And you can be tough-minded as well. What's your takeaway this morning? Catch it. It's a little long, but I want you to grab this. Strong partnerships are born out of crisis, credibility, and the crucible of life. Find the right partner and conquer your world. Let me say that again. Put it in the chat area. Ladies, remember this. Strong partnerships are born out of crisis, credibility, and the crucible of life. Find the right partner and conquer the world. You can do it. Hey, the Lord be with you today. May his face shine upon you and give you peace. If this is blessing you, bless somebody else. Share the manna. Share the manna. God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow morning with more morning manna while we continue to celebrate women on this Women's History Month. God bless you. Share the manna now.